right? How many times is the BJP going to go on about dynasty? There are now 3 members of the Gandhi family in parliament. How many times is the Prime Minister going to go on about from Nehru downwards, even emergency? These are all issues of the past. Savarkar is also an issue of the past. I think if you go out into the streets today, most people will say, talk about our today or talk about our future. We don't want to have so much conversation about the past.
So, Barkha, if I break your intervention in 2 points, and I'm going to answer to both. If one were to really talk about the Gen Next, which does not want to harp about the past and which only wants to talk about future, then please tell me. Of course, since Mr. Modi is in Parliament with a majority, and he's the one who is leading the government. Um, I'm sure that there are governmental interventions that one can quote, but from the opposition side, have you ever seen Rahul Gandhi talk about artificial intelligence or this meta world that we are seeing for that matter? So when the opposition itself is going back to Savarkar, then this government, which has always been about, even now till now, it has not. It has been about reacting to the opposition, current opposition, which they feel is the larger system. If it is reactive to that system and the system itself is talking about Savarkar, then they will go back to emergency, and then they will, it's like it's like a that no ball to them, and they are going to play it to the best of their ability. Now, to answer your question on whether this is a jaded narrative or not, I would have completely agreed with you that these narratives are absolutely jaded. If the questions that Priyanka Gandhi raised, or if the question that Rahul Gandhi raised, really came out from, as Mr. Rashid Kidwai was saying, from some kind of an ideological churn which is happening in the Congress party. Right now, none of them, neither Priyanka nor Rahul, are coming to the forefront and saying that, listen, Indira Gandhi, Mrs. Indira Gandhi's rule was a different rule. They came from a certain ideological cloth. We are absolutely different from that. We've moved on from that, that liberal yet conservative ideology. When it liberal in the sense that economically liberal, but conservative in sense of cultural conservatism, we are absolutely different from that. We hate the India Inc. We hate Adani. We are not going to do anything to do with them, and we are going to take a certain ideological position, which is very much in tune with the Kanhaiya Kumars of the Congress today. I don't see that kind of an ideological clarity. Rather, what I see right now is grass opportunism. They know that only by pandering to this kind of a rhetoric, they are going to be in the neoliberal circles. And after that, mind you, if at all the Congress party ever comes back to power, all these talks are going to go in the trash can, and they are going to met the same treatment to Adani that they meted to him in Chhattisgarh, or that they meted to him in Rajasthan, for that matter. So I disagree with Mr. Kidwai when he says that there's a certain degree of ideological clarity that Rahul Gandhi is moving towards. I think it's crass ideological opportunism, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I have a problem with analysts trying to paint it as this kind of a new Congress. Congress has always been like that. Whenever the Congress has been in the dumps, it has tried to appropriate the opposition, the smaller opposition's agenda, tried to make it national, and then come back to power. Look at what happened. I mean, if we go back to the 75, 76, 77, that time, what happened to the Janata Party government? Eventually, it fell down in a couple of months, and Indira Gandhi came back with a banging majority, not because of her own ideological clarity, but because she was extremely prudent as a politician and ensured that the Janata Party and the rest of the opposition was absolutely razed to the ground. That's the character of Congress. I have nothing against it. Frankly, the kind of business I'm in, I have nothing against this kind of political and electoral opportunism. I have a problem with this being painted with a moralistic brush.